Okay, today we will open Estey. This is a navy blue Estey portable organ with two stops. This is in a very original state. There has been nothing done since it has been built. It's in a very good condition otherwise, but there's some leaks there in the bellows, and the whole bellows system need to be checked here. But before we start to open it, we will just check a couple of very basic thing here. Estey has a couple of different systems how to fold this open, and in earlier models there was a little hole here, and it's fixed with the screw. But the later models, there's this system, which is actually very good. It's easy to use, and it works very well. The next important thing here is that the bellows are here. These working bellows are very small, and it's a bit problematic here in this instrument because there's two sets of reeds, and you have to work quite hard to get full voice of here. And then the next thing with the Esteys is that they react very easily and very quickly in all the movements. If you just very little put down the key, it starts to make voice. It's a good thing because it makes Estey very easy to play. But when we discuss about restoration and fixing, you need to be very careful to not getting the wrong voices. And for example, in his key, we can now figure out that there is a minor problem here. Some of the keys are a little bit higher than the other, but it may be a good idea to take this a bit lower. At the same time, you have to keep in mind that this key is too low here, and it would be another option to get those keys a bit higher. But we will see it a bit later. One interesting thing also with the Estey portable ones is that there is a very special type of screws. They look that they are like a Phillips screw, but it's not exactly the same. And so when we open it, it needs to be very careful. I know that I don't have the exact right type of screwdriver, but they are not very tight, and when I am careful, I have been able to work with those things. The big thing here is that in most cases it doesn't make sense to put them back. It's better to replace it, but this particular instrument is in so good shape that we will keep everything original and keep them working. Okay, but the first thing what we do with this instrument is that we take away the lid, and so we can open we have taken out the front panel, and you can now see how the Estey portable, how does it look inside. There's the pedal system, and this one has two sets of feet, and they are both moved with those knee levers. Like the right side is the forte, the main set of reeds is there in the front, and another set is here behind, and it's used with the left knee. There is no any other type of control. Some newer ones, there's other ways to control it, but this is the model with only those knee levers. And they came out very easily. They need to be quite careful to take out all the parts together and put them in the same place. If you don't want to start to make them again, rebuild. And every time when the Estey portable is opened, they need to take them away. Yeah, and I take a plastic bag and put them there. Okay. Then we are ready to open the most important part of the whole system, and in that case I always turn it in other direction. Täällä oli joku tähdellisempi asia. Siinä oli joku tähdellinen asia. And now we are in a situation where we start to open the mechanism of the Estey portable reed organ. And before we do it, there is one thing how we need to prepare, because there is one significant difference with Estey portable ones to other reed organs. Because if we compare, for example, here is the mechanism of Alois Meyer portable organ, and the spring and valve system here, it's a safe and secure place inside this kind of wooden box. But when we open the Estey, you will see very quickly that this place is flat. There is not any kind of board between the reservoir below and the soundboard, and we need to be ready and prepared a place where to lift this system and also fix it in a time when we are storing it, when we work with bellows. And how I used to do it, I take two small pieces of wood and a couple of screws, put later on them together. And also this screw here, this is slightly different than the other screws in this organ, and so they need to be kept separately. And also this screw here, this is like a special type, only of its kind in the reed organ. This type of reed organ, and not this end, but the other end there. It's the weakest point of the whole Estey portable organ, because the closing mechanism, or actually the mechanism that keeps this open, or the lid open, it makes the stripe how the whole mechanism is sealed very narrow, and we will later on see how narrow that piece of wood there is. And so I ask for everyone who has this type of Estey to not open this mechanism if it is not absolutely necessary, and same time when you open it, then make all the fixes and preparation in the same time, because there certainly is sometimes questions, as we recognize that in this particular harmonium as a question of how about the keys, that are they in equal level, or is there need to be a bit adjusted. In some Esteys, it's possible to see that that mechanism has been opened in many times. The easiest thing to see is the head, with the head of screws, because people who have worked with Estey in a factory, they really know how to work with this type of screws, and they don't break it. Another thing here is that also the screws here in like a short side, they are a bit longer than they are in a long side. It's possible to take it separately, or then just remember it when we put this together. This is also important part to keep the whole mechanism fixed to the system. Okay. And now double check that all screws are open here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now there's still something. I thought that I opened this on the end, but it seems it's still okay. And this is how it looks at the bottom. And the problem is now that if I put this on a table, then I will very easily broke these pins. They're very important holding those valves at the place, and so I don't want to do it. And so I'm happy that I'm now here prepared place for this mechanism. I hope that my cable is now wide enough. It's not. I need to turn it otherwise. Okay. And now in this place we fix those screws. I don't want to use those Estey original screws because I now I take power. that's now the mechanism of Estey. I can now a bit more demonstrate how those knee levers are working. These valves here and then the forte is here, and the reed chambers are there, and now there is an option to little bit look there inside. We have option a little bit closer look at the Estey. The second set of reeds is here in the front, and reed chambers are here behind valves, which opens when we move the knee lever. Here is key system. In this instrument they move very little. It's about 5 millimeters, and the valve opens immediately when the key is pressed. This is the forte, and inside here is the another or the main set of reeds. It seems that they are in okay condition. There is some dirty and corrosion, but hopefully they are not in the tongues. They are only in a frame of reeds, but we will see it later. The next thing what we need to do is that we take away springs. It's all times a recommendation of their safety classes when you work with those springs. In some cases they are very tight, and there is risk that they come out with power and so it's better to have glasses on when you start to work with it. Okay. And then the other one. Okay. Okay, this is something what we need to replace. Another, yeah, but that's not difficult to make it. This valves or flaps we all times need to do again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That part was broken here, and I made it again. I made it a bit higher, but it seems that I made it too high because it hits there, and we need to do something for it when we open this. Okay. We are more or less taking this in pieces. Other structure, it seems to be in good condition. One thing to all times check is the squeaking. Does it make any sound? No, it's very well fixed, and we will not open it. Okay. Okay. The springs of the Estey is very simple. This is the original one. There's about 90 degrees angle. This is a bit heavier, the older one. This is the new one. It's a lot softer, and I made 90 degrees. About one important part of the Estey always to remember is the spring system of the working bellows. It's slightly different than in the other reed organs because this system is normally upside down. On the normal system, how tools are built, it will not work that well in that position. So the Estey has made a little spring here, and I think that this system is very clever. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and that's what we need to think what to do with this, because it's a bit too high. I think that we take it away. Yeah, we need to do it. This is broken. I think that we need to, it makes sense to replace it. We can take it away. This is fixed. It's not necessary to change it, but the limits are here very small. The bellows are very small, and especially this end. When we glue it, I think that I don't think that we need any extra thin here. There need to be some breaks in the wood too. Just to remember to glue them before we start to glue those bellows. Sometimes they're made from plywood. Sometimes they are in a very bad shape, especially here where the screws used to be. And in some cases I have put a new one. But in this case, I don't find it necessary. I think that some glue here, and you will find all pieces in the right place. Okay. And as I said earlier, there is no any board between the reservoir and the mechanism, or there is the one plywood board, but not the other. And the spring set and the bellows, they are here. It's possible to see them. This system, if someone put too much pressure on reservoir, there is a valve which opens, and when this goes up, this opens the valve, and that's how that system works. Those screws here, we need to check them later. They are related to spring system of working bellows. It was broken in this instrument, and we need to check again that it's in how does it works, and does it have enough space. I earlier mentioned this place, the opening mechanism, and need a space to move here, and Estey has made a very narrow strip here, and this is I think that in both ends it's a lot more narrow than in the long ends, but then in here it's especially tight, and it's very weak part of the air system. Here we can see kind of break. We need to all times check, but this is plywood, and it doesn't meant to do anything. Okay. The next thing what we need to do. Okay. Then we will move away the springs of the working bellow. Take close. It's not a bad idea. Okay, now comes one very important part. All times to remember to measure how wide or how much this bellows open. It's possible to little bit look it from the measures, but it's all times good to measure it here. This is 13 centimeters, and another is 2. And I always put it here. And it's 17 centimeters. Another important thing is to try to not to break those fabrics, because it can be used as a schablon or model for the new fabric. This piece of wood we will not reuse. It's all too thin, and when there is nails, when we try to take out those nails, it will break. Unfortunately, we don't have that very nice navy blue color. We will just put a regular wood color here, but I don't know, is it anyhow it's recognizable that something has been done. Okay, now we recognize something interesting, because there is a couple of breaks, and there is tape also. What is here? No, I don't know. This is interesting. What is here under this? Yeah. I haven't seen this before. This is, and we will not fix it with this way. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the glue is here. It's very strong, and I think, or I suppose that it's a hot hide glue. There's a couple of options to remove hot hide glue. The air blower is one option, like a hair dryer or a kind of blower. But the problem is that it produces a very hot air, and there's all times a risk that it burns something or make a fire or whatever. Well, that's not the problem, but it may happen. So another option is the hot water. To open it with the hot water. There's some need to fix it. Okay, let me start to take away those fabrics. If it's anywhere very loose, it's the easiest way to start. This particular one seems to be in a very tight glue. We will not find any very easy place to remove. Oh, now we break this for pieces.
Yeah, it's not that as tight as it was a while ago. It seems that now okay. In some places it's still very well glued still. It seems that it now starts to open. Here's a very big question that what kind of glue will be used in the next time. Because if this is the organic hot hide glue, the old glue do not need to be completely removed, because the old glue is kind of primer or basement what can be used for new glue. But if there is other very different kind of glue, then the old or organic glue need to be removed completely. And in our case is a situation that that we will use two separate type of glue. We will use the reservoir with the hot hide glue, like the right type of glue. But the working bellows we will do in a very thin coating and fabric, and it's completely synthetic, and we can't use organic glue with it, but we need to use other kind of glue. And okay. Oi, oi. Okay. Here it is. Yeah. Time to fix it and replace it.